right, people, so I'm not sure what happened. Technical difficulties again. It happens. It is what it is. So hopefully all of you are joining now for this Aries new moon reading. I'm going to go over what I was just talking about, and then we'll continue into this Aries new moon reading. At least we got the astrology and spirit messages for the week done. We'll pull all the cards here after the Aries new moon summary, but I'm giving you all a little bit of time to rejoin here. I'm not exactly sure why YouTube just closed out. It just completely closed out on me. It happens. It's okay. No big deal. We're moving with it. Made it back. Hey, there you are. Yay. Okay, so as everybody joins back, I'm going to reiterate some of the messages I just said about the Aries new moon. Again, like I said, the new moon is in 4 degrees. It is the 6th and final new moon consecutively in 4 degrees since 2019. We had 3 consecutive new moons in 4 degrees 2019, and then 3 in 2020 directly following, so a total of 6 in 4 degrees. And again, 4 represents the ability to find order and organization amongst chaos, amongst confusion, amongst any hectic energy and disorder. And so we're seeing that in our world right now. The 4 is also representative of 2020 being a 4 year. So we're feeling that connection. And it also represents the angelic realm. So calling on our angels is really important right now. Feeling into the support from our angels, feeling into the energy of connection. Ilkas says, what just happens? Order in the midst of chaos. Yes, exactly. So we know that spirit talks to us through all experiences. It makes sense that it would happen right now as YouTube crashes or whatever it did and kicks us off from the reading. But we're staying in order amongst chaos. We're staying in balance. We're staying in connection. And it feels good to be able to be resilient in chaos as well. And that's also what the 4 represents, being able to kind of bounce back with a new order, with a new organization, and move through that. So Aries, the new moon in Aries being at 4 degrees makes perfect sense. Aries itself represents fire. It is a fire sign, so we're going to feel a lot of inspired passion, a lot of inspired purpose, a lot of movement forward, and drive and dedication. It's going to help us take control of what we can control, which is important. And the only thing that we really can control is our reactions to things, our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors. You can control your reaction to this pandemic. You can control your reaction at the store when you don't see what you need. You can control your reaction to the quarantine. So allow yourself to control your reactions through inspired passion of love and grace and connectedness and kindness. There are going to be people out there that are going to be reacting with anger, with hate, with greed. So know that that's also going to be there too, that's the spectrum, that this is just part of it. So they can control their thoughts, emotions, and actions just as well as we can, but they are not always as conscious of it. So allow yourself to just notice how other people are reacting to things. Distance yourself from people who are maybe reacting out of anger and fear and hate and greed, and move more into a harmony with those more positive positive emotions from that inspired passion. Now, Aries is a Mars sign, and so it's ruled by Mars, and Mars is also all about passionate action and movement forward. So we're going to feel more bold. We're going to feel more fearless this week with the Aries new moon. We're also going to be making new projects and new beginnings, new interactions with a passion center and with a fearless center. So we're going to feel more confident and courageous as well. Now, the moon and sun conjunct Chiron this week with the new moon in Aries, which is going to bring us a lot of healing action and intuitive healing. We're going to be trailblazing our own healing this week with this new moon. And we're going to really rediscover our healing light within. We have a healing light within. We have a beautiful essence of ourself that is beaming with light and joy and positivity and healing. And that energy is flowing through us. And connecting to others, and we're rediscovering how our healing light is healing for ourselves and others and the world. So I encourage you all to meditate on your healing light, to imagine a beautiful white light within you flowing through your body, a light of love that is healing all areas of the body that need healing, and then expanding that light outside of your body into the world, into your families, into other people that you know need that healing. That's a really powerful practice in connecting to this Chiron conjunct that is helping the sun and moon connect with this healing influence. The moon and sun are also sextile to Saturn, which brings us more self-control. It also brings us patience and perseverance and lasting growth as well. And so we're going to feel more responsibility. We're going to feel more obligation to be patient, to have our own self-control, to be able to exercise more willpower and discipline, to be more mature, and to persevere through hard times, which is going to be really helpful for us, and it's going to make us more stable and strong and have more endurance overall. Now, like I said, we're going to have a lot of forward movement with Mars in the action energy. It is also triple conjunct with Jupiter and Pluto, which is going to bring us expansion and empowerment with this Aries new moon. We're going to feel a lot of fortune and well-being from the rebirth that we're experiencing right now. We're going to feel a lot of wisdom in that way as well. And Venus also forms a triple trine to this triple conjunction with Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto, which is going to bring us a really good feeling good energy, a beautiful energy of romance and optimism and healing. Venus represents pleasure as well and expansion. So we're going to feel that with the empowerment and expansion from the Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto conjunct. Then we're also going to feel this sun and moon sextiling Saturn. And this is something I just talked about, but I want to also let you know that it also brings forth order and boundaries and organization, which is kind of what we're seeing with the border control and the quarantines and things like that, seeing some order amongst chaos here on a mass collective, and seeing the responsibility and accountability taken to create the stimulus and things like that. So we're noticing how that's affecting the systems and the government, the media, and things like that as well. And then the Aries new moon is also going to help us break from negative habits. Now, this is a really great progression from the full moon in Virgo a couple of weeks ago, where Virgo was helping us establish healthy habits. Now this Aries new moon is helping us break from negative habits, which is really just going to amplify that Virgo energy even more and help us be more integrated and stable and secure in our healthier habits after releasing the negative ones. So we're going to feel this personally and collectively, and it's going to help us notice, how the world can function better. What needs to be cleared? What is not really working for us? What is a negative habit of the world that hasn't been working for us? What's a negative habit for ourselves that hasn't been working for us? And we're going to see that a lot. Now, the last little bit I want to talk about is that we are also facing fears with this Aries new moon. So this is important to notice that right now we're in a cycle of life, and we always are. And right now this cycle in our life is death and rebirth and revival and renewal. And so we're seeing that on a mass collective scale. We're seeing it on a personal scale as well. And we want to face any fears that come up surrounding death, surrounding rebirth, surrounding change, surrounding the unknown. And we want to shine a light of awareness on it by just acknowledging that it's there, seeing that the fear is there. Then we want to shine a light of acceptance, accepting that that is a fear of ours, claiming it as our own, knowing that that is our fear so that we can take responsibility for it in order to change it. Then we want to shine a light of appreciation on it, being grateful that we had the awareness, that we have the acceptance, and that we can now just move forward in shifting it. And then finally, we want to shine the light of source activation onto it, where we find inspiration and support from our spirit to help us clear that fear and face that fear. So we call on source, we call on our own inner light, and we receive the healing and the feeling of overcoming that fear. So the last little bit, I know I just said it was the last message, but I have one more little message on this Aries new moon before I pull some cards for us all. And hopefully we have everybody joined back. I don't know if we did, but hopefully we got everybody back. But the last little part here is that the sun and moon is conjunct Chiron. Again, I want to reiterate this. This is the first actual time that we've consciously seen Chiron in Aries, because the last time we had it was in the 70s, and Chiron was not even a influence back then. It wasn't even a planet or a star. It was not really in our solar system consciously. So this is our opportunity to really ask ourselves, what is being healed for us at this time? What confidence, courage, and passion can our inner light bring us now? What kind of inspired love can help us heal? What inspired actions can help us grow? These are the questions we want to ask with this energy of the sun and moon conjunct Chiron for this Aries new moon. Okay, so that is the Aries new moon energy. I hope that gives you a really good idea of how to move through that energy on the 24th. Again, a couple of highlights: control your reactions. That's the most important thing to control, and that's really the only thing you can control. So notice how you're reacting to things emotionally, behaviorally, and mentally, and control your reactions. Also face your fears, shining light of acceptance, love, appreciation, and awareness onto them, and the light of source. Also allowing yourself to step into these new beginnings with fearless, bold, passionate action, and understanding that there is going to be a lot of beauty and harmony and balance and order coming in from this Aries new moon as well, to help us balance the chaos and to feel into more abundance in our life because of it. All right, everybody, so let's go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths and pull some cards for the ending of this reading. We'll pull a card for the beginning of the week, middle of the week, end of the week, and we'll also pull a moon card. And we'll see how the beginning of the reading went. We'll see if I'm able to upload it or not. If not, then oh well, all of you who got to see the reading, you got to see it. You know, that's all we can do. I'm here, I show up, and I do my thing, and if it doesn't work out, then what can I do? All I can do is control my reaction. And I'm reacting with love and happiness. So I know it's all divine. All right, so taking a nice deep breath in, big breath out. Another deep breath in, big breath out to relax. And finally, another deep breath in, calling forth our higher selves, calling forth our guides for the cards for this week as you exhale. Beginning of the week card showing up for us now. Middle of the week card here now. And again, I want to just remind everyone, I do offer one-on-one sessions. This is a perfect time for those of you who are feeling lost or confused or needing clarity to reach out and get a reading, or to sign up for some private coaching or mentoring with me. This is a time for us to take advantage of our quarantine, of our social distancing, and connect to spirit, connect to our own gifts, connect to our own light, connect to our own ability to learn how to manage energy, to learn how to read energy, and learn how to navigate energy in our lives. Because once we learn that, everything just falls into place. Nothing can really knock us off our path when we have the awareness to stay strong in our own light. Okay, I have all the cards here. Beginning of the week card, middle of the week, end of the week, and a moon card. Let's see what we've got. Beginning of the week card, Archangel Gabriel with grace, finding grace, being really smooth and elegant in our movement forward as we activate this Aries energy for the new moon on the 24th. We want to ease into the fire energy. We want to be careful and patient and mindful as we move into this energy, because it is a fiery energy and many people out there are still in fear and panic and desperation. We want to be careful about who we interact with. If we notice somebody being very irate or irritable or irrational, we want to keep our distance. We want to gracefully move through those interactions and through those experiences with a kind of just slow patience and introspection, thinking before you speak, thinking before you act, observing energy before you get involved with it. That's how we stay in grace. And also just remembering that we are light and that we are pure light and that we are connected to our source and that we are supported in that way will also help us remain graceful. Middle of the week card, divine guidance, letting us know that our guides are really available to us now, that they are here walking with us, especially our angels, especially with that 4 degrees Aries new moon and this 4 year of the 4 year of 2020 being a 4 year. The angelic realm really talks to us with the number 4 and helps us find order amongst chaos. So call on your angels whenever you need divine guidance in that way. And then the end of the week card is study, encouraging us to study ourselves. This is really reminding us not to have an idle mind, to still learn new things, to still admit when we don't know new things so we can acquire new information and new knowledge and wisdom, and to allow this time to be a time for us to study our own behaviors, study the behaviors of the world and the population, and learn more about what inspires us and what we want to grow into during this time. And then our Aries new moon card from the goddess Isis deck, Magick and Ritual. This is such a beautiful card, and this happens to be a card that we get often with the moon readings, which I think is really cool, inspiring us to do new moon ceremony for Aries new moon. And it says, effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Heart-centered ritual can support your inner path in the physical world. You are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. As you grow in grace, love, ability, and wisdom, applying your inner beauty to transform your outer world. So this is a card letting us know that everything going on in the world, all the chaos, the pandemic, all the things happening, that we can alter it, we can change it, we can affect our external world by going within in a heart-centered, heart-activated way and applying what we want to see in the world internally into our life, into our own heart, imagining love, imagining kindness, imagining health and healing for the world, using your internal intuition and heart-centered practice to affect the external in that way. We can reduce the locusts in Africa. We can keep Yellowstone calm. We can decrease the amount of cases of coronavirus as a collective when we connect to our heart on our own or together and talk about how we can really feel the energetic shift, how we can really manifest it through that evoking of the emotion, the emotionalization, the visualizations of what we want to see. So do that for yourself as well. Make sure you're envisioning and emotionalizing what you desire from your heart space internally in your own practice for this Aries new moon as a part of your magic and ritual to affect your world and the world around you. Okay, I'm so grateful to have connected with you. I am putting together a couple of things for you to tap into this week. So pay attention to my Instagram at Readings by Rissa. Make sure to follow me on there. I'll also be posting videos here on YouTube. I'm going to be posting last month's Channel and Chill. I know it's a little out of date, but it's actually right on time because they do talk about the coronavirus on the Channel and Chill. So I'll be posting that today as well, so you guys can kind of see what the energy was like last month and what the guides were kind of telling us about that might be happening now, and also just connecting to more content. I'm going to be providing more services for everyone as well, so I'll be announcing those shortly throughout the week on Instagram. I'll also post on YouTube in the community section. And so if you have any questions, if you need any one-on-one mentoring or any one-on-one readings, please reach out, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, or Instagram me at Readings by Rissa. I love you all so much. Again, quick recap: grace for the beginning of the week, divine guidance for the middle of the week, study for the end of the week, magic and ritual for the moon in Aries. Okay? I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me make sure we're all good. Aw, thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your blessings. I'm sending you so much love as well. All my blessings and light to you as well. And thank you all for sticking with me through the technical issue with YouTube shutting off for a moment for the beginning of this reading. Hopefully we have part 1 still up, and we'll have this for part 2 for the new moon in Aries. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you again for joining. I love you. Peace.